Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today I have a double treat for you. Not only are we going to be harvesting honey, our second time here in the Ridge Apiary, I got a call to go get a swarm at the steel mill in which I work. Industrial bees coming to the Ridge. I got called up here to work at a steel mill, and we have some honeybees, a swarm of honeybees. It's about the third or fourth, actually the fourth I think I've been called on here at work. And this is a late summer swarm, and you can see they are very, very small. Very, very small. There's two clusters. There may end up being a queen in the small cluster at the bottom and a queen in this cluster at the top. We'll merge them without an issue. And if it's too small to survive throughout the summer into the winter, we'll do a combine this fall if we have to, if they don't take off. But let's go ahead and get these guys collected up and see if we can do this safely. Here we go. We've got steel flying by here at the steel mill, and you can see this is a walkway right here, and we want to get these bees out of this walkway. So we're going to knock off these two clusters of bees in this Pro Nuke here, and what I've got in here is I've got some foundationless frames with some drawn out comb already attached, and that one's a piece that fell off of this one. Nice drawn out comb on a foundationless frame. They're going to love attaching to that. And then I've got a pre-used, pre-waxed plastic foundation, the one they'd never drawn out, and I just pulled out. So this didn't have any comb drawn on it. So we're going to set this in here, and they're going to love this little space. Now when we get home, we may transfer them over to a larger box, but as few as these are, I think they'll live in here for a while, draw this out, and then we'll move them over to an 8-frame box. So let's get them in here. We can already start to see them sagging off there. See if I can get this chain out of the way. There are already some on this chain. Now I'm just going to drop them down. I'm going to whack this tube and see if they all drop, okay? Hopefully we'll catch this really cool in slow motion as well. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to whack them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. All right, a bunch of them all went in the back over there. You can see that. I'm hoping the queen did not go on the ground. I will check for her on the ground there. I don't see her up on the top here. Got all the bees off here. Get that out of the way because she leaves a pheromone and they want to go back. But if she's in here, they'll come in here for sure. So let's look around, see if we see the queen on the ground anywhere. I do not see the queen. This is a really small swarm. But I can see they're already coming up on the frames. That's nice. Let's see if I see. I don't see any. Oh, they all came up off the ground coming in here. That's good. So now I'm going to do is get this cover on, put it like that, and we'll watch them come in there. We're going to watch them come right in that hole right there. So the bees were all in the sky earlier. All in the sky. Now that we've dropped them down in there, they're starting to coalesce around this box. They're all starting to come in, happy, happy, happy. And I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, get a few more of these that are in the air to come down into the box, and then we'll button this up. We've got most of the bees that are flying in here. Let me open it up just to see. Make sure. Oh yeah, we're nice and full in there. I'm gonna push these bees in, kind of guide them in so I don't smash them. Get this lid on here. All right, now we have got a swarm of bees. Let's get it home. We made it back to the Ridge Apiary safely. The bees didn't get out in the truck on the way here. That would be really, really bad. I have an SUV, so they were inside the cab with me. And we've actually had that before. When we first started doing bees, we were transferring our bees, and we had about 5 or 10 get out in the cab with us, and it was kind of scary, especially when you first start bees. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 more frames to this. Is a 5-frame Pro Nuke, and let's open it up and see what we've got inside. We got our bees, looky here. Now, again, this was a fairly small swarm of bees. None really on our drawn out comb there. Ooh, we've got some on this drawn out comb here. I don't want to flip it over too hard because, again, this is the only thing attached just to the top, but you can see they're drawing on it. I don't see the queen anywhere. If y'all see the queen, let me know. It'd be really cool to see the queen in our swarm catch here. It's always nice to be able to see that. But the way they were following her when I moved the box at work told me that she was in there. That's one thing good. So let's move over. Look at the plastic frame here. Tons and tons of bees on this plastic frame. Again, small swarm, but I don't see the queen. Got a feeling she's on here though. Let's give them the space they need. Too much space is bad, not enough space is bad. So let's get our waxed plastic foundation frames in here. One more, get all those in the center. 5 frames for here. When they start building this out, I'll move them over to the 8-frame wooden boxes like we're used to seeing. So, all right, let's get the cover on. Make sure I get it on the vented position. See, there's no vent and vent. This is like it's summertime, and it lines up so all these vents can give them air. So let's get this on the vented position. A couple more things to do. So we got our Pro Nuke sitting on a stand here. I've got this wooden block under it. Give them a little landing board here so they can get up inside. Let's go ahead and get the tape off so we can open it up, let them start coming and going. And then last thing we got to do is feed them. So I'll get them some 1-to-1 sugar water, and I'll show you how do we add that to a Pro Nuke there. So let's go ahead and open this up. I like these Pro Nukes for this. I just got to pop that up like that, and now the bees can come and go from the entrance. The bees are coming and going from the entrance now, and I was going to put a feeder bottle on here, the 1-to-1 syrup. Then I got to remembering what one of my mentors told me. When you're bringing a swarm like this, you don't want to feed them right off. One thing, it can induce robbing from these other colonies over here. Right now we are just at the end of the honey flow. It's late July, and we are getting ready to go into a dearth. And I still have some honey supers on these colonies over here. So if I was to put sugar water over here heading into a dearth and them not have any feed on, I could induce robbing of this little bitty swarm. And their entrance is fairly large for this small swarm. So I don't want all these guys to be killed off to get at the honey water. I'm gonna give them a chance to go out and forage, find what nectar sources are out there, pollen, and start developing these frames, establish this as their home, and then of course I can start feeding them, help them build out. So let's give them a couple days to do this. But I've got a bunch more honey to get off of here, so let's get some honey. Fresh honey frames out here. I know a hat maker colony here has built a bunch up. Let's see if we have some fully capped, and oh my goodness, look at this, guys. We're gonna have a bunch of honey today. Look at that capped, bro. Oh my goodness, that is honey deliciousness waiting for us. Well, I planned on extracting our honey today. I got my extractor right here. I had to pull it out because it started raining on me. I got the honey out there in the box, and it started raining hard. The sun is out, craziness, but I'm hoping it clears up here in just a second and we can start extracting our honey. But this rain is some crazy stuff. All right, it has stopped raining enough for us to extract our honey. I want to show you what I got out yesterday. I got 7 frames of honey. Normally I'd like to get 9 or 6 or 9 because I got a 3-frame extractor, but look at this, guys. Look at this honey. Man, oh, fully capped, Oh, it looks so, look at it glistening. It's gonna be so good. So let's get our extractor set up and we can get this done. We've got our setup ready, our 7 frames of honey. We've got this is our medium filter over our bucket, and this is my extraction tool I made. It's got a little screw sticking on there, and I got little grooves cut out. I put the frame on here and I can decap it with my decapping knife, and then I take the frames and put it inside my 3-frame extractor, spin it out, and it spins out and comes out here. This is my coarse filter. So what I'm gonna do is strain all that out into the coarse filter, and then we'll pour it in here to the medium filter. Of course, we'll have our wax cappings that have been dripping down into the medium filter as well. And that's all we got to do, guys. Coarse and medium filter of our pure Macon Ridge Farms honey. Bees are right up there past the barn. Hopefully they don't smell this honey and come attack me. I've had some come down here before, and that's not good. Start this awesome extraction process. Oh, look, look at that. Doesn't that look scrumptious, guys? Oh my goodness. Move this beautiful frame of oozing honey into our extractor. Go on to the next one. Got 3 frames cut on one side. Let's go ahead and start spinning out this beautiful honey. Watch it all fling to the outside. Starts to collect at the bottom, and then we can drain it out. Got our first 3 frames extracted on the outside. Let's see what happens when we open this up. Don't think it's going to come out directly, but when I lean it over, let's see what happens. Oh, doesn't that look delicious? Let's go ahead and leave this open and continue on extracting the rest of our honey. We have got all 7 of our frames extracted. You can see our course is gone through. Let's go ahead and get our last frame out, and you can see all of the honey. All of the honey is out. There's a little bit right there in that one spot I didn't get. And let's flip it on the other side and see what we got on this side. No pollen. Some of them had orange spots, and those orange spots are pollen. And getting some pollen in your honey sure doesn't hurt. Keeps them allergies down. So we got all 7 of these frames extracted. And so now we got to get all of this. This is our medium filter, and you can see it's filtering through it. All these cappings have tons and tons of honey in there, so I got to get all the honey out of these cappings, get it on the course over here, and then get that bucket pouring into this bucket with the medium. Oh, and that's when you get the beautiful clear honey. All right, let's pour in our collected honey from our coarse to our medium. We got about 3 gallons of honey here, 3 gallons, but look at this. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Filter that out. Just get the bug pieces out and the wax pieces. Let that filter through, and we will have some beautiful. This honey is a little darker than our early spring honey, which is clear, but you can see, isn't that just gorgeous color? So excited. Get all this filtered through, and then we'll let it set for a couple days, get the bubbles out of it, and then we'll come back and bottle it. Looky here, we got almost 3 gallons of honey. There's a little bumblebee coming to taste some wares of our honey. You can see how much is in this bucket. It's about 2/3 the way full. So I say it's about 3 gallons. Maybe just under 3 gallons, but oh, that honey looks so good. We'll bottle it up as soon as all the bubbles float to the top. Our honey is settled for a couple days and all the bubbles have floated to the top. Again, we're about 2.5 gallons here, it looks like. We're gonna be putting our honey into these 8-ounce bears and these 12-ounce bee bottles and topping those off. And I'm curious how many we're gonna get this time. 2.5 gallons, how many bottles will we get? We'll start off with an 8-ounce honey bear. Let's get this one filled up and then we'll move on. Oh my goodness, that comes out quick. Look at the goldenness of this, isn't this? Oh. Love me some scrumptious honey. Gotta get it all the way to the very top. Don't want to overfill it. Get it right to the top. And I close the lid. All right, perfect. Get that. Oh, look at that. That is some golden, beautiful summer honey. Get our cap on there. Set that off the side. Now let's do a 12-ounce bee bottle. Oh, it's just dripping scrumptiousness. Let's get this one filled up. Oh, it's golden. Just beautiful golden summer honey. Get this closed when it gets right to the top. A little bit more. There we go, right there. Got that closed off. Actually, I put the wrong lid on. This lid goes on the bear. I'll swap those up. But all right, let's go ahead and see how many bottles we can get of our beautiful summer honey. Can you all see the difference in the spring honey? See, that's a lighter amber color. And then the summer honey is a golden color. The fall honey will be much, much darker actually than the summer honey. It's based on the flora and the nectar that's produced during that time of the year. So spring honey, nice and clover clear. Then you got the summer honey and then fall honey coming up soon. We have got all of our honey bottled up. This was 7 frames, almost 30 pounds of honey is what we collected. We got 32 of these cute 8-ounce bears here, these little squirt bottles. Got 32 of those. And we also got 13 12-ounce bottles. These are squirt bottles, 13 of those. And then just for us, the bottom of the barrel that has a lot of the bubbles that float to the top, I put that here. And this is 3 pounds of pure Macon Ridge Farms honey. This is gonna be for us here on the Ridge. So 3 pounds of honey. If you like today's video, I'd sure appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up. We do all kinds of things here on Ridge Life besides bees. We got chickens and rabbits. We do hunting, trail cam videos, fishing, tractor work, barn. We got a log home, lots of fun things, country living, homesteading kind of stuff. So if you haven't subscribed to Ridge Life, I'd sure appreciate it. Take time to do so now. Hit that notification bell. Be notified anytime a new video comes out here on Ridge Life. Until next time, guys, I hope everyone has a blessed day and go Ridge Life.